Greetings, my men. I am Sviatoslav. I have a story to tell you. I hail from the far north, the dense forests of Novgorod. I've been forged by snow, and indeed, by the gods only have I been found. For an elder of our true Slavic beliefs have found me. Alone, white as the snow, atop a tree stump, left by what remained of my mother's bones, as she passed out giving birth to me. Indeed, I am akin to the gods, for I descend from Perun. I am the son of Perun, the high sky god of us. And indeed, I must again reiterate that it is not out of vain that I tell you this, for I will soon become a great conqueror. I will stage my claim across all of the Slavic lands. They will know my name, the world will know our name as the chosen of the gods. And then they know it. We will strike out and we will reassure our sovereignty. There won't be Poles, there won't be Polabians, there won't be Serbs, there won't be Russians. There will only be Slavs, united under one creed granted by my father Perun. Indeed, welcome everybody to our new CK3 playthrough, where today we will be playing as Chieftain Sviatoslav of Kiev. Now, as you may have heard, he's not from here. He's originally a stray child found here at the Shrine of Salt Sea, at least in the forests nearby, by an elderly Zrets, who is no longer alive. And he basically thought the boy was a demigod, like a half god, as there were human remains by him, and he interpreted them as being his mother, and she really was his mother, but we don't know much more. But the elder, the Zrets, had also interpreted it being as he is a demigod, and as such he began raising him that way. Of course, Sviatoslav fully believes in his mission. He fully believes that he's a demigod. As such, he's a bit of an eccentric. He's very ambitious. As you have seen, he cares more about faith than the slowly diverging customs of the Slavs that are already beginning to appear, which are especially more so bolstered by what is going on in the world, as we will soon take that on. And he's very, very wrathful. Is heavenly father figure Perun is also known as the god of wrath in the Slavic mythology. As such, he wants to imitate his heavenly patron or his heavenly ancestor as much as he can. Now, what happened until now? Basically, as you can see, there are only counties around by 867, and there is no one of the original ruling dynasties who remains. As you may see, For example, Uppland is ruled by Gufmundur, no longer by the actual Björn Ironside. There is no snake in the eye. There is no like Halfdan, for example. More importantly, there is no Rurik. Basically, what has happened is that starting in 866, let me zoom out a little, this is going to be laggy. In 866, a huge plague erupted in the middle of China. A heightened variation, like a stronger variant of the bubonic plague. And it is basically spread through the Silk Road and then basically everywhere else. And it has so much devastated Eurasia that it has not only killed off all the ruling dynasties as they have come in contact with the plague and died, but also if we take a look at I don't like this new setup because it's really hard for me to get across. As we look at the development, it's 0 everywhere. Why? Because this plague has like a 75% mortality rate, as in if you get it you have 75% chance to die, and as such the world, 75% of the world's population just evaporated in the span of a year, basically. The survivors have decided to organize around the settlements of their former patrons. As such, as you may see, most of these are fledgling noble houses, basically local magnates, strongmen, emerging warlords, or anyone of repute who has garnered himself a reputation great enough to try and basically re-establish what was lost. Or how do I put this better? To reshape what was before. And we intend to do just that. As you may see, this spared no empire at all. Byzantium, for example, is also shattered, and as you may see, they are no longer administrative, as the separate counties and their rulers have taken on a more lordly approach to governance, as opposed to feudal administration, as opposed to actual administrative systems. And Catholicism, while the Pope managed to maintain his holdings around Rome, has a new Pope, Benedictus IV. He's how do I put this? A bad example at what it means to be Christian. Pope Nicolaus died in the plague. It says that he disappeared without a trace, but in lore he died in the plague, and everyone who was before. So Benedictus IV is now the new Pope. As you may see, the Ecumenical Patriarchate has also as the new Patriarch, Kyrillos, and they have actually fared better, just with more stewardship. As such, the whole world is shaking. But the movement that the Zrets started around Sviatoslav was around way before then. The Zrets was like already around 80 when he had found Sviatoslav, and he died around 102 when the plague struck, and he was taken by the plague. And he had interpreted this himself as going back to the gods he served and finishing the tuition of Sviatoslav. But over time, as you may see, these men are not the local levies. These are the devout followers of Sviatoslav, these 500 men who have came down from around Russia in this age of opportunism, and especially after the plague their numbers swelled, as they are a messianic movement within the Slavic faith, basically. They have gathered enough troops to come here and challenge the authority of the former strongman of Kiev, who has originally seized power here, and he was Rostislav Rumyanets. As you may see, he's local magnate who has mostly stuff to do with stewardship. As such, he did not really want to give a fight. He basically surrendered his power very easily to chieftain Sviatoslav, who was acclaimed as the new chieftain very, very quickly. He's a rough terrain expert. He basically comes from the forests, and these areas are also pretty mountainy. I think he picked up the skill while navigating through these lands. He's albino. The very reason why he was thought to be a son of a deity. Also with a powerful representation of being found on a tree stump, crying naked, and somehow not dying, and being full of strength and vigor. This is why, even though he has average prowess, his base is 11. That means that most of his prowess is not coming from his traits, but he just has it. As such, we will be able to massively scale his prowess over time. Now, his first order of business would be, of course, to expand and assert his dominance over the duchy of Kiev, or the high chiefdom of Kiev. He basically wants all of the area highlighted here to be recognized as ruler of. He wants to conquer these lands or vassalize them, at least. However, I think he needs to start by getting a wife, as he's 19 already, and getting a wife would be fundamental. Now, he doesn't just want to marry for an alliance, he also wants to marry for opinion, and not only that, he wants to marry someone who shares his vision. And as we can see, there's already a perfect candidate. Wow, the chieftain of Smolensk, who's actually a warrior of reasonable repute and is a holy warrior at that. We have sizable compatibleness with her daughter Verkoslava for giving just zealous. I think she can be like not only as a propaganda tool, but she would be compatible with Sviatoslav as on a whole marriage level. And I think Sviatoslav is already known around the lands as like being some sort of a demigod, or at least a very powerful figure, being feared by those who do not believe in his tale. I think Trifon certainly does believe. And I think this alliance can serve us very well in our starting days. Now, The other things I want to do is that I want a regiment of Druzina. And I want all of these upgraded before we attack. We need to recruit more. This is basically us recruiting more followers. The light footmen are like the sort of trained but not as much skilled or equipped followers, and the Druzina are going to be our elite followers who are also very well equipped. And I think let's start like that. We have the marriage. We are going to romance her as the Slavs have well, what would he do to do? I think he would win a sparring match. Yes. Now many people get outraged when they see like Slavic pagan faith and they see criminal, 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 close criminal, criminal. I don't think the witchcraft one is justified. I think that should be either accepted or virtuous even. But the others definitely are. Even the monogamous. But the always allowed is also correct. They are this way because these are not faith tenets. These are the actual social customs of the people of pre-Christian Slavs, basically. They were socially conservative way before adopting Christianity. It just complemented their worldview, of course not the pagan worldview, but in itself the socially conservative worldview that they had was complemented by the arrival of, Roman Catholicism in the West and the Orthodoxy in the East. However, we are going to be changing that. As such, I plan to reform the Slavic faith in such a manner that we will want to have an organized priesthood. So like, I want this to be head of faith spiritual. They will basically establish a high council. These can remain the same. I would like to change this to virtues because I don't think it does make any sense to keep it that way. The tenets would stay the same. I think imperial anointment would now be closer to the thing, as this would actually become an organized state faith of sorts. And the spiritual or revocable would certainly fit the Slavs. Now this is the generic priesthood. We can of course evolve cults and stuff like that as like empires would do, but that's very much in the future and in other episodes. Now unite the Slavs. Basically, this is the goal of Sviatoslav. If all the Slavic peoples unite, there is no one, absolutely no one who can stop us. I will bring about the mightiest empire the world has ever known. And that is, of course, the hegemony of Slavia. Or the Slavic Empire. And I need to control all of Slavia, that is this entire area, 1/2 of Europe. Or at least close to 1/2 of Europe. And that is pretty much doable. What I will be doing, though, is that I've got this decision. This is from a mod. Now I won't be using this right now. I won't just push it and say, oh, now I'm great conqueror, now I'm gonna go conquer things. No. I have decided that I can only push this button once I become king. Once I become the king of Ruthenia, then I can push the conqueror button. Because basically that would mean that I have a sizable following, a huge territory and hinterlands to back me up in this great conquest that my character is set out to do. And I think in a tribal world with zero development everywhere, that would constitute as a great conqueror, even as a scourge of the gods, which I think we be going with. As such, I'm also going to pick our lifestyle. It's going to be martial. However, I'm taking chivalry focus because I want to lead battles. Not only that, we have one stewardship perk somehow. I won't be using claim throne. Cutting cornerstones doesn't really fit me. Taxman, not really. I think I'm going to pick golden obligations, as we will see what kind of system Sviatoslav plans to construct in the Slavic lands. I think let's just wait on 5 speed and start the game. Oh, these are our courtiers. Vasilko. Oh wow, you're terrible actually at your job. But Vasilko is our loyal follower, so you will be marshal for sure. Feveronia. You seem to also be a follower. And your intrigue is really good. We should marry you with someone at court or someone with very high martial matrilineally, so they come here. I mean, there are rowing bands everywhere, right? They roam around. Now I wouldn't pick a marriage like this because he's pretty far away in a world where basically every development is breaking. Wait, I can also pick Putyata, who's from Smolensk and only has one lower. I think I'm gonna pick you. We just going out and finding talent, and I'm promising this young follower's hands to anyone who can be a steward. Why? Because I need to restore the lands to the development it had before. I will send it out, and Putyata has arrived, and you will be our steward. And at first, you will be simply tasked with developing the chiefdom of Kiev. Afterwards, you will be simply tasked with reuniting the Slavic cultures and ending the rift between them. And now let's just simply unpause. I am the head of Russian culture somehow. Who was this terrible atheist? Oh, I don't think we will be liking you very much. We are basically waiting for recruiting our followers, basically, as you may see. Romance the request. Lady Verkoslava, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. I've been playing my nightmares lately. If you are truly devoted to me, you will stand guard outside my chambers and make sure no evil reaches me. You will sleep undisturbed. I managed to stay awake. Very nice. So basically, wow, competition. Putyata, why? Why would you do this? I think I'm just gonna do a duel. I vanquished him and he didn't really lose opinion of me because of this. Because that was an honorable duel, at least, and I gained more prestige. And soon enough we will have the men necessary to start conquering. After almost 1 year we have managed to garner the recruits. Who is this? Why is my This is the local threat and he doesn't believe in the gods. I mean, you get you're a learned man, but still. Hell nah. I think I'm going to vanquish you in a duel. And soon enough, we now have the required men to conquer what is needed. As I see, Trifon has not gone to war. So our first target would be Putyata, of course, soon. He's a craven, and we can't be having that in our Slavia. So we will be going to war with him. Actually, we have defeated him without... Oh, Violent. I'm not counting this as like an actual hunt. I think this is just us growing closer and she becoming zealous more so about the prophecies, and she's already pregnant. Really cool, because I need more kids. As we can see, there's so many men around here. Wow, we established contact with the Magyars to our south. A strange man taps the side of his horse to calm it down. Yeah, oh, but that's actually more... Or oh, I can't imitate it. Anyways, greetings, honorable chieftain. I am an envoy of the great chieftain Karoi. My lord has sent me to propose a truce between our people. How much do you want? 75? Sorry, but I can't afford it. I won't spit on the ground. Because while they are different people, the Magyars' martial ways, I think, are to be respected, and also they have not tried to install governments across our land like the Varangians, like the Norse have done. So I think we hate the Norse actually more than we hate the Magyars. I think I'm just gonna send my respects to his lord, even if he hates me. Now I've conquered Korsun, and the land is mine. Now immediately, it's 868 already. What we need to be doing is send out the marshal to reign in these lands, basically. Now what else is here? There are cowards and unbelievers all around. I think we are going to need the full control, or at least about the full control of all of this. I think the next war we will be doing is against Chernobyl or Chernobyl. What I wanted to do is, with the new victory, we can definitely swell the size of our zealots to the maximum. And we will wait until that replenishes, and then we will go on the conquest spree again. Our first son, going to be named after Sviatoslav. Hopefully you can inherit the divine spark that I have received from Perun. as you can see, his family is called Perunovich too. What? You are lying now? I love my wife. What do you mean, Gleb? We are not even related. You know, just forget about it. If Gleb does things like this, I think I'm going to remove him. I think I'm going to spend some quality time with my wife, anyways. Well organized court. Very nice. What we need is we have almost filled our levy size, or like yes, we have filled it fully now. Fighting is already abundant in the Legion, and now we are going to start a plethora of wars using our piety to conquer the area around us. And to establish full control over the Kievan region. And as you see, I'm leading my own army. You know what, I'm actually going for Chernobyl first. Sviatoslav. Somehow thought it is a great idea to raid my capital. I lost. That wasn't really a nice thing to my reputation. But at least we have defended our lands. Now hopefully we can quickly recover the manpower that we have lost. This is the event where we basically argue about who gets what and how we are going on the offensive, and I think we are going on both the offensive and the defensive because I have the might to do so. Now Chernobyl is mine. Time to vanquish the rest of these fools. This is the Battle of Ovruch, where we defeat the men of Zhitomir, and near Zviahel we are going to defeat the men of Zviahel. Trifon and Verkoslava. Oh, that's a random court here. These are both albino actually. If Trifon's gonna get learning, I will 100% raise him to be as rats. But he's not gonna name Trifon because that's a Christian name. I will name him something that actually was used by the Slavs before Christianity. Yaroslav and Verkoslava will be nice enough. Oh wow, he's allied with Orhei. My primary son is already rowdy. And Zviahel is now captured. And I need to re-raise my men, or at least the new followers which I have acquired. These two armies need to get merged. And now Zhitomir is mine. Now Ushitsia is going to be the next, and even we will defeat him. Oh, we have only defeated his allies because he's a coward and has run. Afanasi indeed has run away from us. With this quick and fast consolidation, I think we can easily say that we are the high chiefs of Kiev, and there are no equals to us in this region. That means that we will soon need to be starting dismantling all these families around us who think they can get greater lands than us. And I think we need to reward some people. And by some people, I clearly mean Lev 2. He's already ambitious. I think I'm just gonna give him Ushitsia as like a thief. And I really want to make the distinctions here. Right now, these are just all tribes ruled by people who stepped up. Now, we aim to be constructing a system where it's not just the people who step up. It's the people who serve us loyally and are faithful to our beliefs. As in those people who believe in it and those people who serve us. As such, we aim to be constructing some sort of Slavic pagan version of feudalism, basically. Now there is already competition around us, as Lviv has already united much of the lands. Now a clash later, I'm here again, once more, as High Chieftain Sviatoslav. You may see that the coat of arms here is different. That's because it has dropped me back a little bit before the actual war has ended, so I had to grant Lev the title again. So we will be following title grants in the same way, and I have noticed an opportunity. Sviatoslav here would pretty much become a vassal if it wasn't for our realm being so distant. I think in lore he invites us to consolidate Perun, especially that Aristarch of Voyin is totally incapable. As such, we are going to take his title. Not directly adjacent, but I don't think the Magyars... Oh wow, these are Chicazars under the Magyars. I don't think they're going to mind. Actually, how is the Magyar culture going? Yeah, they somehow migrate to like over here. Like I don't even know why that's the case. There are some people around here who are consolidating their areas. Nice to see. At least we will have some competition when the time comes. and in 7 months we should have this siege done, and then I will briefly go in and defeat the cowards' armies. He of course is incapable, so he's stuck inside. Wow, I am being raided by the Magyars. Perhaps our relationship of being somewhat respected has gone out through the window. And now I have Voin. This should hopefully mean that our realm is no longer distant. Yes, I only need to do something more to convince him. I think I'm going to give him Verkoslava to raise. I trust this man and he believes in me, so I'm giving him my daughter to raise. And this should convince him enough that he joins us willingly. And as you may see, he will soon be convinced. Oh wow! Peasants rising against us. No. You are absolutely foolish to think that this could have ever come to fruition. Prepare to die. That was really quick. And we are not the type to recruit him or something like that. No, we simply burn him at stake. And this way we won't lose piety and we gain dread too. So he's gone. Shirty supply. What should I do to... I think my soldiers can forage. Or at least they should forage. I think we will need Sviatoslav. As a vassal as soon as possible. Lev. Oh wow, Fevroni has already given birth to 2 kids of Putyata, Radoslav and Gradislava. High legitimacy, opinion of you. Yeah, it's just that I need to raise your opinion of me. I think I'm just going to grant you a court position. You will be my master of the horse, so that this way you are more so rewarded for your service to Kiev. And this way he may now see that I like my vassals, in fact. He becomes my vassal, and I grant him Void as a reward. And I, in fact, give him the title of Marshal, even if Vasilko has fully healed. He will gain another title. Now that Sviatoslav Lopukin is my vassal, we should go ahead and get rid of the other rulers in Pereyaslav. First Roman. It shouldn't take that long. And my Marshal should also institute full control wherever he can. And looks like my dungeons are full. I think I'm going to ransom whoever's possible. And this way we will have more men. And I can conquer Roman. And in effect, Sviatoslav is going to receive this title. He is going to rule Perunovich in my stead. Because he has trusted me to come and help me. Now looks like here Pinsk is a up-and-coming warlord, which is pretty funny. He likely does it only for the money, because he's craven. He does not like to fight and he blasphemes the gods. He's an antithesis to us. However, here we have Yevstafi, who is actually a learned scholar, who's pretty ambitious, and he rules from Halich. We will have to consider our options. But I think first and foremost, we will need to take out and subjugate Perunovich. Indeed, these fools have not counted. They thought they can breach the walls of Chernobyl or whatever and make me surrender. However, I have taken the entirety of Perunovich and they are now forced to bow before me. Especially as I have his son, his grandson to be proper. As such, Perunovich is mine. Indeed, Sviatoslav, you may have this title as well. Your loyalty has been handily rewarded. And we need to strike out further. So that one day we may create the kingdom that is necessary. However, I think first and foremost I need more men to sponsor my campaigns. And it looks like Halich is gathering a significant power base of tributaries around him. However, I can't really allow that. So I either go and subjugate him right now, which would cause a massive uproar, or I simply take most of his land. And also don't forget about the actual chieftain of Halich, because he's proclaimed himself the High Chief of Halich without actually owning Halich, which is owned by Vishavolod instead, who likes me and believes in me actually. I think this is a great reason actually to go to war with Halich, once I have the sufficient prestige, of course. And I think for that I will take a raiding trip. I will indeed go and raid the Khazars, and you are trying to conquer Gnezdovo. Okay, I will come. I will abort my raid and help you, because you have started this war foolishly, and I will simply defeat you by the might of my strategic action. I will simply cross over here and help my ally here. Igor. I think it is about time to descend upon these fools and utterly destroy them in the name of my father. A jovial merchant presses a sack of seeds into my hand. Plants, he claims, fortify both health and mind. I must admit I have little experience in nurturing plants, but how hard could it be? I think I will try, because if I gain the knowledge of herbalism, I may gain even more legitimacy as like a demigod. I failed, but I actually learned quite a lot. So I'm not totally dumb now. The war has been won. And indeed, wow, looks like Halich. Looks like Leyev Safi is losing by himself. I think I need more. The groveling of me. Plus I only need people who believe in me anyway. Wow, looks like this fella could use a vassalage. I think I'm going to marry Sviatoslava to him. Or at least how much it is of a gift? It is a sizable gift. Yeah, I will simply try them and go and raise as much as it is possible. This dude is not pious, so we will simply raise his land and hopefully provoke a war from him. Then we will go and raise the land. Oh wow, that's plunder, baby. And we have even got rid of his land. And next we are going to raid Novosil. Sviatoslav would like this, or who do I give the random doll which we have found? We're gonna give it to Sviatoslav for a young baby. Then we will retreat down south into our territory. And I have gained much money, and I will try to get my loot cashed out. Who is this Roslav? You're an atheist. You don't believe in my father. I don't want to see your face. Oh wow, Radzik has made a move against the steppe nomads. Impressive. As in Sviatoslav, yeah. I think that's enough of you. Actually, I would take that offer. I am going to form Perunovich's. That's even more money and more prestige. Now I only need Rufinia to be formed. And I think I will try conquering Turov. Or at least at first Korosten. Because we really need to expand to keep this going. Especially as I'm already aging, I'm already 31. Indeed, I have seized Korosten, and I think I'm going to give it to Putyata. Because he and his wife deserve a retirement. And we are going to have a Slovian advising us on the matters of intrigue. I don't know if I should trust him though, so in this case, just in case, I'm going to redouble the guards if he wants to do something fishy. Now you should be replaced by someone more believing and more competent. How did you get here? You simply got unlanded and decided to land in my court, huh? You Norse guy. Your wife is not here though. But all of your kids are here, wow. I think I will try and destroy Halich. We need all the men that we can get, and I want no competition for my role among the Slavs. As such, Yevstafi, as much as he is an esteemed scholar, he has to go. And as I see, he's already engaging in battle with the nomads, with the Magyars actually. I think... Wow, that was close. Wow. I captured in the Battle of Horodok the man himself. I'm not gonna be greedy. You can keep your lands even. If you swear fealty to me, and if you're a you can be chieftain of your local domains if you acknowledge me as High Chief of Halich. Indeed. And you may also get the lands yourself back as High Chieftain once I crown myself King. And indeed, I think this should come soon enough. You can be ransomed actually, and you can be too. And actually that leaves me with enough people and with a sizable chunk of land to proclaim myself what no one has done before. I am King of Kiev. Right now other matters call to my attention, but I am King of Kiev. Also, I'm gonna change that crown because it's Christian. Headwear? Nope. There was one down here which I really liked. No, actually, I think I'm fine with this on my head. Also, I didn't hold a coronation ceremony. I just kind of proclaimed myself now. This guy is growing up to be rowdy too. I'm gonna educate you actually. You are going to learn the ways of zealotry. That's my boy. Your courage is Perun's, because I am from Perun. I have goosebumps, father. Shrieks Sviatoslav. I feel the favor of Perun. Very nice. Now that I have proclaimed myself king, it is time to get some things in order. Sviatoslav, you are High Chieftain of Perunovich, and Yevstafi, you are High Chieftain of Halich. Now Pavel, you are High Chieftain of the Cherven cities. If you serve me well, you may keep that title. Especially as Glaive is an absolutely trash threat. Yes. And looking out. Now everyone knows. Now everyone notices. I have a border even with the warlord of Pins, with the ruler of Turov, with the many minuscule chieftains, which have not yet risen from obscurity. I have bordered through the Carpathians with the new Avar menace, who himself seeks to unite his people. However, what is much more important is that now I stand in a primary position to unite the Slavs. I am undoubtedly the most powerful Slavic ruler. Now that I truly rule over all of Ruthenia, it is time to strike outward. The sea that was already seen before. I am the punishment and fulfillment of Perun on earth. It is increasingly clear, from the lowest peasant to the most noble of my vassals, they are all whispering my name, whispering of my might, whispering of war. Their support for my cause, for my people, see me as a ruler worthy of the world. The strength of the kingdom of Kiev is mine to wield, and wield it I shall. To strike outwards is what's expected of me. To claim it my might, what should belong to me, I am destined to rule. To subjugate those around me and make them part of my kingdom. With my people behind me, I cannot fail. Let us be the scourge of the gods. Indeed. Now I look at my council, even Volk-Gleb, that fool, that threats of Kiev, reluctantly sees my greatness. Even though we will still be replaced when I get the chance. All my loyal vassals, and even Yevstafi, who now respects me more, now cower before me and seek to aid me in a conquest. A conquest that will surely engulf all of Russia.